Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another English lesson. On this channel, we've talked about wet things, we've talked about dry things, we've talked about cold things, we've talked about hot things. Now it's time to talk about loud things or noisy things. It's basically the same thing. And I think I have close to 40 for you, and we are going to go kind of quickly. I will probably put my glasses on. It's going to be a little bit easier for me to read, and I'm definitely getting older. Next, we'll do quiet things in a future English lesson. So if that sounds good to you, please go ahead, hit the like button, subscribe if this is your first time here. I'm actually in my classroom. Did you know I am a real English teacher in an American classroom at an American high school? So let's get to it. The first one we have here is bang. And you can see in the picture, there is a window, maybe shutting, and it's making some sort of bang. A bang is a sudden, loud noise. The window closed with a loud bang during the storm. All right, next we have boom. So this is a little bit of a lower sound. Boom. Bang might be a little bit of a higher sound. Some of these are going to be the exact same thing. When we talk about yell and shout, there's no real difference. Boom and bang, a little bit of a difference. That is a deep, loud sound. And you can see some fireworks in the picture. We heard a big boom when the fireworks started. Next, we have crash. Take a look at the picture there. We have some plates falling off the shelf, and they probably fell with a crash. A crash is a loud breaking sound. The plates fell off the shelf and made a crash. You know what else I can see breaking and making a crash? That might be glass, like from a window. What about clang? When I hear clang, I think metal. And in the picture, there is some sort of metal gate. So the definition for clang is a loud metal sound. The metal gate closed with a clang. The next loud sound you might hear is a rattle. Keys will sometimes rattle. Babies will sometimes play with their rattle. And a rattle is a fast shaking sound. Take a look at the picture. This person has some keys in their pocket. The keys rattled in her pocket as she walked. We also have rattlesnakes in English. Their tails will rattle if they are upset. Next, we have a thud. A thud is a heavy, dull sound. Thud can actually be a verb too. The basketball thudded on the court. That's how you use it as a verb. But in the sentence here, we have it used as a noun. The basketball hit the floor with a thud. Next, we have pop. Balloons are known for popping. A pop is a small, sharp sound. The balloon suddenly went pop at the party. We also have slam. Sometimes when people are upset, they might slam the door. That means to close loudly. He slammed the door because he was angry. Another sound we have in English is a whistle. A whistle. That is a small, shrill sound. The referee whistled to stop the game. So there it is being used as a verb, but the thing in that man's mouth is also called a whistle. So whistle can be a noun or it can be a verb. I'm sorry, but I need to interrupt the English lesson for just a second. I am offering private tutoring, one-on-one English conversations with me. I will record the lesson. You will be able to watch it many times as you want. And right now, I am offering a discount code. It's fall 15. Fall is ending soon, so I'm not exactly sure how long this coupon will be good for at least the next couple weeks. Click on the link in the comments or the description for more information. You can see when I'm available. If you sign up, there will be a little form to fill out. You can ask me questions. I can prepare some kind of lesson for you if you would like. I know it's super hard to find a speaking partner, but I can be that guy for you. Look forward to speaking with you. Okay, now back to the English lesson. Buzz is next. That is a humming sound. A fly buzzed around my head all morning. Bees can buzz. Next, we have shout, and we'll also do yell at the same time. As I said earlier, there isn't too much of a difference between shout and yell. If you are shouting, you are speaking very loudly. She had to shout so her friend could hear over the music. But we have yell too. Could I say her friend had to yell over the music? Yeah, pretty much. Shout. It's another word for shout. That is the definition. The coach yelled instructions to the team. Could we say the coach shouted instructions to the team? Yes, we could. Next, we have cheer. So is cheer the same as yell and shout? I mean, you make the sound with your mouth, but it's a little different. It's usually loud, happy, shouting. And you can see we have some fans, maybe of a soccer team. The fans cheered when their team scored a goal. We also have applause. Applause. You might also hear clapping. I'm holding a microphone, so it's a little hard for me to do, but at least in the United States, when we see something we like, we clap. We clap our hands together. That's also sometimes called applause. Clapping hands loudly. The singer smiled as the crowd's applause grew louder. Next, we have chant. Again, this is a sound you make with your mouth, but it's not really yelling and it's not really shouting. You could shout or yell when you're chanting, but chanting means repeated singing or shouting. The protesters chanted for change in the city square. So in the picture, you can see a sign that says, "We want change now." So if the whole crowd, if that whole group of people kept saying, "We want change now, we want change now," that would be a chant. We also have this, belt out. You might know the word belt in English. That is what holds your pants up. But to belt out, that is an English phrasal verb, and people usually do it when they are singing, sometimes singing alone. So it means to sing with power. He loves to belt out songs in the shower. And some people, if they are alone in the car, they might like belting out a song in their car. Here we have another one. It has usually something to do with music, blared. Like my neighbors were blaring their music last night so loudly that I was not able to fall asleep. So this is music played very loudly, music blared from the speakers at the party. And somebody who speaks can be called a speaker, but also speakers can play music like the one in the picture. Blast. That's very similar to blaring, at least when it comes to music. So if you blast music, it means you play it very loud. They blasted rock music while cleaning the garage. And I'm not sure about you, but anytime I have to clean something, I love to blare my music, usually with my AirPods though. Be careful, blasting as a verb means playing music very loud, but you might hear someone say, "Oh, we had a blast." If you have a blast, that is another way to say you are having fun. This family is camping. They are roasting marshmallows over the campfire, and it looks like they are having a blast. We are going to talk about a couple different kinds of roars, but this first one means a deep, loud noise from many people. The stadium roared When the team won, all the people in that crowd, they kind of all look the same, but it does look like they are definitely roaring. In a little bit, we will talk about what animals do when they make a loud sound, or at least some animals. How about this one? Echo. Echo. It's a sound that repeats. Her voice echoed in the empty hall. These next couple items will be loud things, like an engine. That is the loud part of a car. People like to rev their engine sometimes. It can be really loud when they rev their engine. The car's engine made a loud noise when it started. If somebody revs the engine, that means they put their foot on the gas pedal really hard. Another part of a car that might be really loud is the horn. It's the car's warning sound. The driver honked the horn to warn the cyclist. A cyclist is somebody on a bike, and I'm not sure what that cyclist is doing in the picture. It looks like he is going to get hit. It's probably a good thing the driver of that car honked their horn. Another loud noise in English is a siren. A siren. It's an emergency alarm. Often police cars, fire trucks, ambulances, they will have sirens at the top of the vehicle. They will make a loud noise to warn everybody, get out of the way. We are in a hurry. An ambulance siren wailed down the street. We have many types of alarms in English, but I'd like to talk about two in this lesson. But first, we should talk about what an alarm is. It's a warning sound. In the picture, we have a smoke alarm. So if there is smoke in your house, this thing might go off. The alarm might go off. That is the English phrasal verb we would use. The smoke alarm rang in the kitchen. But you could have a fire alarm, and it's almost like the same thing, but it doesn't smell smoke. It just makes probably even a louder noise when a smoke alarm goes off. I actually have one in my classroom, and I can show you that right now. I think I also have a smoke alarm in my classroom, but I'm not sure. Here's another loud thing. It's a jackhammer. A jackhammer. It's a loud tool. It's perfect for breaking up concrete. Like if that concrete was getting old and they needed to replace it, they could use a jackhammer to get all of that concrete up. I also have a sentence here. The jackhammer outside kept everyone awake. What's next here? Oh, another tool. It's a drill. It's a loud machine for holes. The worker used a drill to fix the wall. We have another loud tool here. It's called a chainsaw, and it's often used to cut trees down. A very loud cutting tool. A chainsaw buzzed as they cut the tree. Thunder is also loud. You might hear that during a thunderstorm or a thunder and lightning storm. Loud noise in a storm. Thunder rolled across the sky before the rain. I'm recording this in 2025, but guess what? The United States will celebrate its birthday next year, its 250th birthday on July 4th, 2026. Americans love to celebrate with fireworks. Those things are pretty loud. Exploding lights with loud sounds. Loud fireworks lit up the night sky. Another thing that can be loud in English is something we call a jet. It's basically a loud airplane, I think a little quicker than a plane. A jet flew overhead and made a roaring sound. There's that word again, roar. Bark. Dogs bark. The definition, a dog's loud sound. The dog barked at the stranger, but dogs can also howl. Howl. Hopefully that is not too difficult to say. That's a long, loud cry. Wolves. It's what we call wild dogs. Wolves don't live in houses. Wolves howled under the full moon. We talked about roar earlier. The crowd roared, but guess what? That animal can also roar. It's a lion, and it's a lion's deep sound Tigers can roar as well, big cats. The lion's roar could be heard far away. In the picture, you can see a parrot. That parrot is in a cage, and parrots often squawk. That is a bird's harsh cry. The parrot squawked when it wanted food. Next, we have an adjective to describe something that's really loud: deafening. So loud, it hurts. The concert was so deafening, I needed earplugs. Do you know what earplugs are? If not, I will put a picture up of what earplugs look like. It's basically what it sounds like. They plug your ears so you don't hear the sound. Next, we have bustling. That means busy and noisy. The bustling market was full of people and sounds. Do you remember earlier we talked about thunder? Well, thunder can also be used as an adjective. Thundering, it means very loud, like thunder. The runner entered the stadium to thundering applause. And last but not least, for this English lesson about noisy things, we have chaotic. Chaotic, another adjective. It means very noisy. And disorganized, not organized. I would not like to have this classroom. The classroom felt chaotic when everyone started talking. Well, in the picture, people are doing more than talking. If you look at the teacher in the middle, it looks like this classroom is deafening. We have some kid standing up on a desk, and looks like every other kid is either yelling or shouting. Congratulations, you made it to the end of another English lesson. Please don't forget, if you are looking for a speaking partner, I can be that guy. Check out the description or the comment section. And right down there are all of the other English lessons about wet things, dry things, cold things, hot things, all those things. Thanks so much for watching. See you next time.